This is Scott Freck, Executive Director of the Eugene Symphony. In an interview recorded at public radio station KLCC in downtown Eugene, I had a chance to talk with our music director, Danail Rachev, about our upcoming concert on Thursday, May 12th. Most of us are familiar with the famous Ode to Joy portion of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. I asked Danail to tell us why he thinks this melody, this message of universal brotherhood, has been so powerful for audiences for almost 200 years.
Yes, I think the biggest reason that the Beethoven Ninth Symphony, which is, of course, more than just the last movement, there are three other movements before that, but why this piece became so famous, I think first because it's very unusual. It is the first symphonic piece which has written a chorus in it, and that immediately takes it to a completely different category. It's like Beethoven wanted his message to be even clearer to people than what music can do. And of course, the music message is very powerful, but it could be dubious. And here he decided that it's a natural way for this music to move to a moment where everything will be set by voices. So the instruments become voices who start talking at the end. And that's what's very special. And of course, the message is how anybody would not listen to this message and get involved in this very special text, very simple text that tries to unify all the people in the world. And the other thing is that during the years past, of course, that message has never changed. It always stayed the same, even though the culture and the politics change. So it's a very original piece with a very strong message at the end.
What are some of the technical challenges, either for the orchestra players or for you as conductor? And what are some of the great rewards of this symphony, maybe compared to other symphonies?
Every great symphony written, and in that I include most of the Beethovens and, let's say, Brahms, they're all incredible challenge for a conductor and for a player and for a performer. But of course, in the Beethoven's output, this is a very special piece, as I said. First, the last symphony. Second, as a length, it is far bigger than anything else that was written. And then, of course, you have the text idea then. And this incredibly powerful message that will come. And that, of course, is what is the hardest thing for a conductor to when you have such a important piece over a long span of time, and you have to be able to go through this piece and make sense of all of it, and it's such a deep piece of music. So in that point of view, I think it's harder than anything else. I mean, technically, of course, it's very hard too for everybody. Of course, people know the difficulties for the chorus. This is very well known because it's written very high and uncomfortable and lays very high, and the choruses do not like sing something like that. Beethoven was like that. He treated voices like instruments many times.
Do you think he knew how hard it was? Or did he knew and didn't care? Or
yeah, I would say yes. I think that the way he wrote it is the only way that it could be written. I mean, everybody knows that, but it's because it's just so famous. But this is one of the greatest masterpieces of any art in the world, of any art. It's one of those cornerstones of art, not just of music.
What are some of your favorite moments in the piece that you know are coming and you're sort of eagerly anticipating?
The whole piece, actually. And also, sometimes things change. But this kind of symphony, like every great symphony, is like a great piece of theater. And there are so many very powerful moments. But I'll mention the third movement, which is one of the most sublime things written by any composer. And when you think about Germanic music, Austrian German music, this is probably one of the most beautiful things has ever written. Was the most poignant and meaningful and beautiful in the best sense of the word beautiful. So any moment of this third movement will be incredibly special for me. But so are all the other movements, of course.
What does it feel like in that fourth movement when you've been building and building this anticipation, and suddenly you have the chorus in full voice and the orchestra in full roar? What does that feel like to be on the podium during that moment?
Like you have a good listening point, and then you can enjoy listening to the piece. It's a very special moment. So
it's got to be loud, I would bet.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the moment where the first time the famous theme comes, which is very soft.
Yeah, right.
But there are, of course, many moments like that. But I think that moment is probably on the scale 1 to 10 of special points. I'll say that's 10.
That's the Eugene Symphony's music director, Danail Rachev, talking about Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which he will conduct on Thursday, May 12th at the Holt Center as the final concert of the 50th anniversary season. More information can be found at eugenesymphony.org. This interview was recorded at public radio station KLCC in downtown Eugene. I'm Scott Freck, executive director of the Eugene Symphony, and thanks for listening.